Local Hero is a modest 1983 Scottish movie directed by Bill Forsyth, and it's also one of my 5 favourite movies of all time. In fact, it exists in a quantum state of sometimes being my favourite movie of all time. Sometimes not, but sometimes it is. Much as I dislike picking a favourite, of course, out of all the wonderful movies I have loved over the years, and there are so many. And I've often thought about doing a full-length video or even a live stream on this gem of a film, but I'm going to settle for now on doing a short appreciation. And the occasion of this is being my receipt of an updated physical copy of the movie. So this is not going to be much of an unboxing. It's more of an unwrapping, one packet. However, give me an excuse to talk about this wonderful movie. So what I've received here is a 2-disc collector's edition UK version of the movie Local Hero, one of my favourite movies of all time. Not going to be much of an unwrapping, as I say, not going to take long, but I have got an older copy, single disc copy of this on DVD, which I'll replace with this. And we'll watch, as opposed to the also digital copy I've got of this movie. The plastic is proving resistant to my charms. But there we go. So Local Hero, picture of Peter Riegert on the front, and the back with the usual blurb, collector's edition, newly remastered. Looking forward to that, particularly hearing what they've done with the sound in this marvellous soundtrack. And then opening it up. Nothing fancy, just a couple of discs, like so. But let's talk a little bit more about this movie and why I like it so much. So many of you may not have heard of this movie before, particularly in North America, where it wasn't didn't make a huge impact. But it's a warm and beautifully observed little comedy drama set in a small fishing village in the West Highlands of Scotland. And it's in a time before cell phones and the internet, so this is a quiet and truly remote place that it's set in. And the lack of modern cell phone technology means that the key role in this movie is played by an old-fashioned red phone box. And that testifies to that lack of, that different era that it was made in the early 80s. So the movie stars Burt Lancaster as a Houston-based oil exec, Felix Happer, who dispatches Mac, and that's because his name sounds Scottish, played by Peter Riegert, to purchase the village of Furness in Scotland for a new oil terminal. It also stars a young Peter Capaldi, Star Wars alumni Dennis Lawson, Wedge Antilles himself, Jenny Seagrove, and the wonderful veteran Scottish actor Fulton Mackay. On a personal note, I had the pleasure of meeting and chatting to Peter Capaldi a few years after the movie, and he had very fond memories of it. And I also happened to work on some of the RAF aircraft seen in the movie at one point, and I've also visited many of the locations used in the filming. Now, why do I love this movie so much? It's full of warmth, humanity, and charm. It's got a wry, gentle humour, and the quirky but welcoming villages charm you, much as they charm Peter Reigert's character. The cast are talented, committed, and very believable in their roles. And there's a faint fairy tale feel to the film, almost a touch of magical realism. It's a beautiful tale. There's certainly, you couldn't call it an action movie. There's a helicopter lands on a beach at one point, but that's about it for action. It's just a wonderfully observed tale of lovely, warm people, and the beauty of the people and the place that it's filmed in, and the impact that can have on somebody from outside. It also features an outstanding soundtrack by Mark Knopfler, including the movie's theme tune Going Home, a tune that still brings a tear to my eye even now. Now Mac falls in love with the village and the beautiful West Highland coastline and gradually sheds his corporate shell. And the villagers and he dance around the sale negotiations because they're by no means against the massive amounts of money on the table. But Fulton Mackay's old beachcomber character threatens to derail the project until the arrival of Happer and a change of plan leaves everyone happy and conflict averted. And again, that little touch of magical realism means that everybody gets a happy outcome here. Now, while Mac must return to Houston after this, you can feel his wistful longing for the village and his sadness at missing the people. Indeed, the very last scene of the movie is a little bit of a heartbreaker. So that's Local Hero. As I say, one day I might do a full-length video or even a live stream about this beautiful, beautiful little Scottish movie. But I would urge you all to check it out, and I hope very much you enjoy it. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you all again soon.